Hello and welcome to Mitzvah Torah. This year is entitled The Legitimate Sources for Instituting a New Holiday on the Jewish Calendar. So many questions about Yom Yerushalayim, so many details. Yom HaTzmaut, that's when the war began. Yom Yerushalayim is one of the 6 days. Which day should it be? It was really a miracle. We ended up with people in Yom HaTzmaut, but we still are in a state of war and this and that. Forget about those questions for now. Can we start a new holiday? Let's say the miracle was great. It was clear. It's clear which day to celebrate. Can you make a new holiday? So what are the sources? So of course we have to go back to our Masorah and see. It starts a few centuries ago to the Rishonim here, the Maran al-Shakar in Sivan Memtet says, yes, you can make a new holiday, make your own Purim when a miracle happens to you, your family, your community. That's what he said. Doesn't go into details exactly what to do, but you can make your own Purim. That's Maran al-Shakar. Then, a couple centuries later, the Pri Chodesh came along in the 1600s and says, oh no. The Gemara says, Batla Megillah Tanit, there used to be a Megillah with all the happy days of the year that people would celebrate, in addition to the known holidays. And once the Mikdash was destroyed, those days are gone, those happy days. She says, if those days were wiped out, you can't make new holidays. So he's against Maran al-Shakar. Then, a century or so later, the Magen Avraham comes along, Taf Reish Pei Vav, in Orach Chaim, and quotes Maran al-Shakar. He passes like Maran al-Shakar that you could make a new holiday when a miracle happens to you. Then, a century later, the Chai Adam comes along. The very last page of his works quotes Maran al-Shakar. You could make a new holiday when a great miracle happens. The Chatam Sofer, a century later, early 1800s, quotes the previous sources and says you can make a new holiday. And then finally, the 20th century, the major posting of the 20th century, the Mishnah Berurah Chafetz Chaim, quotes the previous sources and says you can make a new holiday when a miracle happens. And throughout history, there's dozens and dozens and dozens of Purims that were set up by different communities over the years. And to me, they pale in comparison. Let's take the 6-Day War, where we had hundreds of thousands of troops, thousands of tanks and planes ready to destroy us. We're not talking about a pogrom in a little town in Vilna of 30 Jews were threatened, which of course is a disaster as well. We're talking about 3 million Jews about to die. And in 6 days, it's the opposite. So we have a clear Masorah about setting up a day. The only thing that has to be looked into is all of those holidays, Purims that were set up, were local Yamim Tovim, local days of Purim. Here we're talking about setting up a national one and maybe an international one. And there you do have the Chassam Sofer that says maybe setting up for the whole cloud, that could be a challenge. Rav Melamed wants to say that that's only when it doesn't occur to the whole cloud, but if it's for the whole cloud, because the whole cloud experienced it, so that then may be different. That has to be looked into. And the details, what you do on this Purim day, for sure have to be looked into. But the concept of setting up a new Yom Tov to thank Hashem for miracles is a clear Masorah from the greatest of poskim in every generation back in the idea. Shalom.